Hey Meeps, this is a video for you. I guess all are welcome if they want to watch, but it is for thou. It is to teach you how to play some supports. Maybe in this series I'll teach you all the supports, but we're starting with Ares today. We're going to show how they should be played in Conquest specifically. Maybe I'll do videos on how to play supports in other game modes because it is quite different. Alright, so today we have Ares, who's a pretty simple one. I think it's a good one for you to have knowledge of, and a good one for practicing hitting harder skills more regularly, mainly his chain in this case, um, because that's a very common kind of ability you need to learn how to hit, just like straight line abilities. May even help you with hitting Cerberus ones, but that's not quite the same. Anyway, Ares, I'm going to go over his kit right now, so that way you just know beforehand how he works exactly. His passive will give him and his teammates strength and intelligence, so it's an AoE. By increasing your protections, you'll increase that strength AoE part, and by increasing your cooldowns, you'll increase your intelligence AoE. It's also important to note that allies will gain half the AoE buff that you are getting, which I did not know before reading the wiki. Alright, Ares is a guardian that is made or broken by whether you hit your first ability, which is the chain. If you hit the chain, you'll deal a ton of damage, you'll cripple and slow the enemy, and it gives you a movement speed buff. It's important to note that the slow, which is 15%, it doesn't stack by refiring the ability on the same target. You also don't gain movement speed or more movement speed for hitting the same target again. If you hit new enemy with the chain, you gain another 15% movement speed buff. It's also to note that after hitting the first chain, you have 2 seconds before you aren't allowed to fire another chain. That will reset after the 4-second duration of chain on the same enemy. You can use it to hit a new enemy. So if you are fighting someone 1v1 and want to maximize your damage on this ability, you want to wait a couple seconds before firing it again. Ares is 2, it gives protections, attack damage, and health regen for 6 seconds. When I played this game, it was in May. It was my first time playing Ares in Smite 2, and I didn't know that this is how it worked because it was different in Smite 1. It gave crowd control reduction, and I was using it as if it was using crowd control reduction, or as if it gave crowd control reduction. Whenever a teammate was being crowd controlled, I would just use the 2. But, oh well. I'll point out when you should probably use the 2 during this video. Ares' third ability is his Flames, which deals damage, and also will deal not just normal magical damage, but also it will deal a percentage of the enemy's max health as damage. It will also have healing reduction, which I was not aware of in this game either. Ares' ult, the healing reduction is 25% by the way. And then Ares' ult, so it's like minor. Okay. Ares' ult. He has a chain that attaches to all enemies around him in AoE, and there's like no immediate effect, but after a couple seconds, he pulls them all in, Scorpion deal with your style, and they'll be stunned for 0.75 seconds. Ares' ult does count as a displacement in this game, and there are many gods in this game that have displacement and immunity. I don't know all of them, I haven't played all the gods yet, or read their kits. While ulting Ares has a lot of mitigations, predominantly to soak up damage on like, you know, a rare instance where you need that in order to live. You can also use it as a beads because it provides you CC immunity. Yeah, so that's the kit. Ares' first and fourth ability is 1 in his ult. They're what makes the character. The 2 and the 3 are kind of just like garnishing that flourishes out his role, which is aggressive damage dealing support that provides AoE buffs for the team. A good Ares player is very good at positioning. He hits his chains and he knows when and how to be greedy with his ults. You need to be good at positioning at Ares because you have no escape tools. Your escape tool is chaining the enemy, so they are slowed and crippled, and you have some movement speed, and then you can run away hopefully. But arguably, or more realistically, as an Ares, if an enemy is on you, your escape tool is severely damaging or killing the enemy that goes on you. And this is of course all reliant on you hitting your chain. If you don't hit your chain and the enemy is on you, you're dead. It basically doesn't matter what the enemy is. As long as they're not a support, as long as they can do some damage, you're probably dead. with the basic abilities and ideas of Ares out of the way, I'm now going to review this ranked game that I played with Harry. You'll be able to hear Harry but not me in the recording because that's just how the recording was. This is a game showing Ares kind of at his best, where he gets ahead early. If you can get ahead early as Ares, you can start running the game basically by yourself for your whole team, and that will carry through the early and middle phases of the game because you are able to have a higher level than the enemy, and your base damage plus the protections and damage you'll be getting from your items will allow you to 100 to 0 an enemy by yourself without worrying about dying. And by late game, your damage just kind of falls off. It doesn't come out fast enough, and the enemy will be outscaling you. Which goes to the point that Ares is a more early game kind of guardian, with his strongest point being in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game. And after that, he becomes more of an ult bot to start or counterattack a team fight around fire or out of Phoenix or whatever. He becomes an aura bot for your teammates, and he becomes a useful cripple to chase or lock down enemies. Alright. I'm going to briefly go over why I picked Ares now in this ranked game, and then we'll be watching the gameplay. And I'm just going to kind of do it off the dome there, whereas this was, as you may have guessed, kind of scripted. I had little notes on the side. Okay.
Now I can whisper and people can understand that I'm whispering and not just not hear what I have to say. Pussy. Cool.
Here. Let's look at this draft. So we got on our team an Achilles, a Soul, a Aladdin, and a Giannis. Took me a half a second to figure out what the heck that guy's name was. Then we have a Ra, a Kali, a Jingwei, and a Rat on their team. When choosing Ares, there's like two predominant things I'm thinking about. Three things. First thing I think about is, will my ult have impact on that enemy team for my team? And the answer here will be yes. Why? Because if the ult lands, I have a Giannis ult and a Soul ult that will do a lot of damage, because they're both mages, onto those enemies that I've grouped up together. Soul ult has this like little circle bombs that come out like over and over again, and they do a shit ton of damage. And then Giannis has the big laser beam that also acts as portals. He probably will not be using it with my ult as much. He's probably going to be using it before or the fight as like a sort of transportation tool, as it tends to be with Giannis's. If he was a good Giannis, he would save it, but I wouldn't trust a random. I would trust Harry, since he's my boy. And then I genuinely did not know at this time what Aladdin did, so I had no thought about him. And Achilles, I wasn't thinking out early for that. So that will work. And then I'm also thinking, when I'm deciding whether Ares will be a good ult bot, if you will, or not, is how will the enemy respond when I ult them? Rob will just ult, which is not the best because Raw ult has a really low cooldown, so he doesn't mind expending it a lot of the time. Also, he can just ult my face while I'm ulting, which isn't nice. Then you have Kali. Kali will have to use beads because he has no CC immunity in the kit, so that will be very good to ult. Jingwei will be forced to ult, which will be good. And I'm going to explain more why on the Jingwei matchup later. And then the Rat will have to ult, which would be bleh, because Rat can reinitiate, so that wouldn't be that good. But it will be good on Kali, it will be good on Jingwei, it's okay-ish to kind of blend whatever on Raw, and it's pretty bad against Rat. So overall, I get moderate impact with my ult against the enemy so far, and I get good impact of if the ult lands, then my teammates are going to be able to do some real damage and win us a team fight if I land it. So that seems pretty good. That's a good reason to choose Ares here. The second reason that I'm looking for whether I'm going to be choosing Ares here is how much impact does my chains have. So against the Raw, it's really good because Raw's whole thing is that his escape tool is his movement speed, and if I can slow his movement speed, he's a bit of a sitting duck. So if you can hit the chain on Raw, very good. Against Kali, it will also be very good. Kali has no CC immunity, as I said before, and they only have a jump as their sort of mobility tool. So getting on that Kali, making sure that the Kali can't jump, fantastic. Jingwei, really, really, really good against Jingwei the chains. Jingwei is supposed to be this very safe and passive hunter, but if a Ares chains to Jingwei, the Jingwei loses their main escape tool and they're forced to ult every single time you chain because you will just kill them for the first like 20 minutes of the game, and that will come into play during this game. After you force the ult, then you can ult them because then they have nothing to escape your ult, which will, I don't remember if that comes into play, but it could have at the very least. And then we have the rat for my chain. Rat has a dash. I stop their dash. That prevents them from initiating. That's really good. That's pretty much it for that. So chain has impact against all of these characters. Pretty good impact. Raw, it's okay-ish. It's pretty good. Kali, it's very effective. Jingwei is incredible. And Rat, it's quite good as well. That's like generically speaking. It all depends on how sort of these people play and what role they're actually going to be playing. But I can see my chains are going to have impact. I can see my ult's going to have impact. So Ares seems quite good here. The third and final thing I'm checking for whether or not I'm picking Ares here is, will I die after I chain or ult someone? How vulnerable am I to that enemy team? How vulnerable am I after I've used my main attacking damage, my main escape tool, which is dealing damage in this case? And the answer is I'm somewhat susceptible, as any Ares would be, but I'm not particularly susceptible here. I don't see like big lockdown here that will prevent me from trying to kind of scuttle my way out of a fight with low HP after I've used my 1 and 4 and they're all attacking me. And that will be enough, I know, for my early and mid game to be quite good. So with all that said, I pick Ares here. The final thing I will say, actually, when I'm picking a god here, and I always do this for support in a ranked conquest game, is I look at my frontliners and I see, do we need like a big support that can by himself be like our one front line, or can I be something more secondary, like another kind of tank, but isn't the main guy who's going to be helping the team or not? In this case, we already have a Achilles, who is usually quite tanky in solo. So I know that if I wanted to, I can go something not super tanky in the support role. Trying to take an example of this. Like I could play Afro here, possibly, because we have this Achilles, so he can be our kind of front line. Afro is a support that isn't like the main front line, isn't going to be the first person up on the plate in a team fight at the furthest ahead, but will still be there as an additional tank. Ares is roughly like an Afro, honestly, in some ways. He doesn't want to be at the absolute front until after he's already sort of ulted, because he wants to be able to blink ult people. And often when you're wanting to blink ult people, you don't want to be at the very front because they're going to poke you. So having that Achilles gives me the leeway to pick Ares here. Also, if you're a sole frontline Ares and you ult, and even if it's successful and you get a bunch of beads and stuff and all the value, you often end up just dying because no one on your team is giving you space to then run away. Achilles will make space for me to make sure I survive after I use my ult. Whereas if that was like another, I don't know, hunter or mage, after I ult and they all beads, they can all go on me, the enemy team, and my team can't really do anything because they still have no crowd control to initiate. So they're all hiding like passive ducks. So yeah, with all that said, I pick Ares here, and we'll see how it goes.
I mean, you should still play. I mean, you can play whatever the fuck you want. It's a pretty good cap game. Ooh.
Seems Harry was surprised that I picked Ares here.
yourself, and then you cripple her, then she disconnects.
They picked Naja here last, which frankly, Ares is fine against Naja.
Rat support? Naja solo?
I wouldn't say Ares is good against Naja though. Ares is fine.
Okay.
Ares doesn't
nice.
die to a Naja.
Fuck yeah, dude. I like that. I think if you deal a certain number of
Alright.
instances of damage to enemy gods, it gets extended in duration, not in strength.
Alright,
By the way, it says it gets.
Ares building level 1 conk. You almost always will want to get Blink. Why? Because Blink will allow you to maximize your early game damage potential and impact. You're meant to, as Ares, generally ult and off cooldown enemies that you see that you can have impact on to get 1 or 2 kills early game, 1 or 2 pickings I should say, and then late game you're looking for like the more greedy 5-man big ults. But enemies are not grouped that much in early game, so you're using that ult just to pull someone and grab a quick kill. And Blink helps you a lot with that. You also like Blink because you can use Blink Chain, which enemies have very little time to react to, especially if you're ganking them, and that also can effectively kill them just as much as that ult would. There's situations where you may want to get a shell or a beads. I don't think I'm going to explain when you do that in this video very much, but roughly with shell you'll get it if you need to use the port where it allows you to go through walls, or if your team really needs the tank, like you guys don't have the early game, you don't plan on having the early game, even though you are playing Ares. Perhaps you first picked it and then the team comp kind of changed in its identity. And then sometimes you may need beads because you can easily walk in, or easily walk in enough walk-in chain and ults, but you need the beads after to keep your survivability up in the early and middle game. If you go for either of those relics or any other relic other than Blink first, you should buy the item Blink at some point in the game. It is so integral to Ares' identity that you will need it in order for Ares to have his full impact in a game. It is your 5th item, if you will. Some supports Blink is like your ultimate, or it's like another ability that's so integral to you. In this case for Ares, it's like another ability that's super integral to him. You can imagine for someone like Ymir, Ymir's ult is just big damage slow AoE, which is like fine, but it's not actually that impactful. His other abilities are a lot more impactful most of the time in this kit. But his blink and being able to blink phase is basically his ult, and I will act like it's his ult whenever I play a game. Just, yeah, a general thing about blink and supports. Very important relic.
Increase in strength. There's no indication that that's actually true. But there is an indication that gets longer.
Choosing a starter on Ares, you should... I don't know what the meta is going to be by the time, as time goes on, I should say. But if you can choose an aggressive starter item as Ares and it's viable in the support role, you should probably choose that one. In this case, I'm choosing Warrior's Axe because that's what was currently viable. I think it's still viable right now to get Warrior's Axe in support if you want to do that.
That's my thoughts exactly, Connor.
You're fully leading into this, I'm going to be strong early to middle game, and I will change in my identity by late game to be a more standard kind of support, if you will. I go Thebes here because I like to get Thebes. It's not necessarily the right play. I think it's a well-statted item. They buffed it even after this, where it gives AoE prots when it's upgraded, which is fantastic. I think it's like I don't think this item is ever super wrong as your first item for any support. Early health is very good. It helps you survive a lot.
Unfortunately, Warrior's Axe just does too much of what he wants. I got my 1 again. I shouldn't have. We went over this actually.
Okay, thing to note, I'm not upgrading any of my abilities before the game starts, and you want to do this pretty much always regardless of your role, because in case you get ganked, you want to be able to use your best escape tool to help you get out, or if you get a really good opportunity to kill someone that's way out of position, then you want to have the right ability for that. On rare occasions, such an ability is the same ability as the one you'll be wanting at level 1 anyway. For Ares, it is not. Ares wants to get his 3 level 1 because it does the most damage to minions, allowing you to quickly clear the purple and the lane to get the best early pressure for the first wave of the game. The chains level 1 can be used if you want to try to kill someone that's out of position, you're trying to gank someone, or you're getting gone on and you need an escape tool because it will slow and cripple them and give you movement speed. So I hold off on getting any ability here. You will never get your 2 level 1. It doesn't have enough impact in its damage
Yeah, I also and
to
this is
outweigh the 3
it's
or
just
the
this
1.
is just these are all related points. Because they made the support passive a thing where you get the mini sentinels or watcher's gift or whatever effect for free, and it gives them build variety. It ruins the other game modes, right? Like all of a sudden these are what the fuck are you building these items for in other game modes? I mean, okay, on paper it's good because like they had to fully remove those items from Joust because they were too powerful and they disrupted the econ. But oh, there goes.
Alright, this is one of those situations. I could have gotten my 1 here. Should I have gotten my 1? I think the answer may have been yes. Because if I hit my chain on her, and then do the full duration 3 times, that Jingwei will be incredibly low and will be forced to back. And then they'll have to use their teleport, but it is a Jingwei, so they can also use their passive to get back, and I do not have a passive, and they do. So it's arguable here. That Jingwei was coming up to ward, by the way, our buff, and I'm now also trying to stop them from doing that. I don't want them to know what Harry's up to, but Harry's going to come over here and help anyway. I warded earlier their buff. You're generally going to want to do that, I think, as a support, because it will give you early information on who exactly is a support in ADC in case it's ambiguous. For example, in this game, it could be Rat, it could be Naja, it's probably Rat, but it could be Naja. So learning about that would be important. And then it's also important because it will let you know when they're done with their buff versus you, so you know how much time you got. It's also important so that you know what items they have, because the ward will let you know what items they currently have, and then you can play around that, get early information.
Connor, are we fighting this? I mean, I'm.
So ultimately here I got my 3. I did more poke than she did to me,
Wow, you actually.
and I still have the right
odd.
ability in order to fight, in order to do this purple in the first wave. I don't back here because there's not enough time.
I don't know, but I suspect the same.
Like, I could teleport back and then use the portal, but then the portal cooldown will be used, and it will be, I don't know how long the portal thing is, it's like 3 minutes? I don't know. It's a long time, and I don't want to waste it. It's okay that I'm down a little bit of HP here. You can see here I'm checking their build.
What the? There's something that procs on her too, right? Wait, what? That only procs on her 1 in her ult! What's going on? What's going on? Whoa! That's crazy.
I'm criticizing that
That's
Jingwei
insane.
got
Hold on,
Bluestone here because it only procs on 2 of her abilities. It's not a good item on Jingwei. That's why Harry was laughing.
Wait, that's crazy. Well, I want to see if I can keep my 1.
Alright, so I quickly used the 3 to clear that purple, maximum essential. I'm now going to use my 3 to hit the wave a bit and also to deal damage to them, as you'll see.
Yeah.
Important to hit the enemy level 1 if you have the early game advantage of wave clear in duo lane as a support. Why do you want to hit the enemy level 1 as a support when you have the wave clear advantage? Because you want to have the enemy creeps on you, so that way that wave stays alive, making it even harder for the enemy, and because you want to dish damage. That's pretty much it. You also will want to do it if your ADC needs the enemies more grouped up, the enemy creeps, the minions, more grouped up, so that way they can use their wave clear ability to their best potential. For example, that Jingwei there has their 1 on the right side there, and it's like a really small circle, but if you hit the enemy, then all the creeps come around you, and you can group the melee creeps and the range creeps together, and that allows for better clear.
Wave gets super nuked right behind us. They're eating them. Hey, stop eating them. Oh, bouncing.
Harry's taking a lot of damage here. I have a lot of HP. Important to note that for myself for when I'm going to choose to go in or not.
Right?
That Harry may not be able to back me up.
Not like a baseball.
I apparently hit the rat there while clearing the wave again. Does a shit ton of damage to him.
Yeah, I'm here.
The minions are attacking our minions, so we have a full wave here.
She's
I got a good cripple.
That's unbelievable.
I will go back to that really quickly. Okay, how do I do this easily? Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard to go back and forth on me. Hold on.
How much does this heal?
Sorry, Meeps. We're gonna play
Yeah.
it from here again.
What about guys? Do you guys do,
If
right?
you're out clearing the enemy on the second wave, you're gonna hit level 2, and you can use that
Oh,
as a
like a
surprise
baseball.
factor all of the time, and that is what I also do here.
I took a lot of poke.
As soon as I get level 2 here, I grab my 1, and I'm going to chain the Jingwei. She is not expecting it, and I nearly kill her, and I force her Aegis.
Yeah, I'm here. That's so sad. She's outrunning me with your fucking 1. That's unbelievable.
You see, I turned to Rat to get him too,
That's
because
really
I
sad.
think
I was just not in
that
position.
Jingwei is basically dead if Harry just throws an auto. Jingwei Aegises in either case. Either I fully commit on the Jingwei, or hit the Rat in the Jingwei. If she Aegises, she lives there, and if she doesn't, she dies. So, maximizing my damage potential. Making sure that the Rat can't get on Harry and body block him in any way to prevent the potential Jingwei kill there.
I should have walked up in anticipation.
As soon as we win the wave there, we're going to try to get our advantage
Give
to
us give me about a
creep
second.
the left lane.
Yikes!
And once again, I missed a crucial moment of why I'm blinking there and stuff. That's great. Good timing by me. Oh my god.
Good idea.
Nope, that is after we had a kill. What am I doing? This is very scuffed. Maybe I'll find a better method to do this next time. Or maybe later.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I get the
So
Aegis.
sad.
Yeah. It's great.
She's outrunning me with your fucking 1. That's unbelievable. That is really sad. I was just not in position. I should have walked up. in
Alright, we get
anticipation.
the side creeps because we won the advantage free, so that's really good. And I didn't immediately go to lane because I knew they were walking up and I wanted to get a blink off here. And that takes some game knowledge to know. But the wave is coming. I see it on my mini map, so I know they're going to try to walk up, get the early clear on that wave while we're doing this buff. They did not expect us to do it this fast. Frankly, I didn't expect them to be this far up. But now that they are this far up, and I see that on my mini map, and I know they're going to try to go on Harry, at least a little bit, which they do. They're a little too far extended here. I get the easiest blink of my life over this wall, and I'm able to chain up and get a kill.
Jingwei's killing me about a second. Yikes! Good job. I had to duck out of there. It's a survival instinct, Connor. I'm sorry, couldn't suppress it. Indeed, let's hope there's no rotation.
Because we got the
our shit's
kill,
kicked in by
we have a
jungle
clear
right now.
wave, we're able to get the other
I
buff
love
as
the jungle.
well. Very, very big advantage for us. At this point, it's important for myself to note that I have no more health pots, I only have mana pots. So if we
Good
get
idea.
gone on by like a jungler, we're probably going to die.
In the bush.
I usually like to ward, by the way, after doing that speed buff or contesting that speed buff there, because it's 2 minutes in the game, which is usually when the jungler is going to be beginning to look for a potential early rotation on an enemy after doing their kind of back camp start over here. And I like to do this lower ward if we have the advantage, because we're probably going to be like here-ish to up, and they like to go from around mid camps down over this way and then back up this way. Actually, regardless of whether we're have the advantage in this lane or not, I like to ward here. Sometimes if I have the advantage, I like to ward up here if we're like really up, but I don't expect us to be because I don't have any health bots. We kind of have already won the advantage.
It's kind of a weak back for me, but I think this is appropriate.
We both back because we both spent our potions.
you,
We want to
I
get
want
our
you.
early advantage after our kill.
This is awesome. I actually got a chalice
Sort of
and
cash it in with
the
the
mana sustain ups.
itemization. I actually don't get
One
much of
mana
a buff
regen.
here because
bad.
that tier 2 item doesn't do much compared to the tier 1 I just had.
Boing.
Just a little more health. But that's fine.
I mean, I can eat up this Jingwei.
So,
I should have.
that was pretty good. Oh, I'll play this out and then I'm going to go back and just talk
stumping
about why
down
I'm
to
doing
Jingwei
why I'm
right
doing
now.
it.
Do you kill her? Nice.
Okay. We'll talk about the nausea moment in a second.
The mana sustain axe.
Okay.
1 mana regen.
So
Not
we
bad.
come in, we're refreshed. They're not. This is a good time for me to kind of go in, I think. Even though they have a wave and we don't, I see that Rat has no mana, low health. If I can get a chain on Rat, he is dead. I don't immediately target the rat because one, he's further away. If I just straight line at him, he's gonna be able to walk out. Is there a 2? There is not really a 2. That's why I don't do it. So I'm gonna go on Jing first, as we'll see. I make sure I can hit the chain because there's no need for me to be pulling out the chain from max distance if I don't have to. Jing is making this really easy by going side to side rather than straight lining away immediately upon being in my range. Or even close to my range, I should say. And that allows me to get this free chain. As soon as I have the free chain, you see me move to the left here because I want actually the rat. I don't give a shit about this Jingwei. I know that rat's a free kill. We may have been able to kill the Jingwei, but that wasn't guaranteed. I think we would have been able to kill the Jingwei too, frankly. So maybe misplay because you would want the Jingwei over the rat. But I knew I could get the rat here. I get movement speed, 15% from this. I know the rat is in those bushes. I just need to walk at the rat. So I do. I see the rat pop out as soon as I do. Hit that chain, and he's up.
I should have.
While I do that, we got ganked by this Naja. I decide here at level 4, do I want another point of my damage, or do I want to get the protections for Harry, considering we're about to be in this fight? I don't want those protections. Give them to Harry.
I'm just dumping damage on Jingwei before I die.
Also gives him some attack damage to help him kill the Jingwei. I'm trying to body block that Naja there, which is a bad idea. I should have got in front of Harry and the Jingwei, as it's much easier to body block. Range autos and melee. But now Harry's dead, so I'm going to go on the Jingwei because she's lowest HP 1. Try to cash in that kill.
Can you kill her?
Works out.
Nice.
FYI, if you're that Jingwei and you don't want to die, is there a way for me to... No, this is... Okay, we're slowly rewinding. Ooh, laggy as well. As soon as that Jingwei killed Harry, which is right here, Jingwei should have turned around and walked down that wave over there. The left side. I don't know if my mouse can even be shown. But they should have walked down that way, and I would not have been able to catch up to them because I'm just as fast as they are, and they probably would have lived. But instead, they try to make a quick escape down towards their tower, trying to naturally fall back towards where their half of the map is, and they get killed for it because they hesitated, and then they go that way.
Can you kill her? Nice.
All right.
This is the super strategy where we pump the Ares.
And this is the super strategy, as Harry says, where we pump the Ares early game. Frankly, it does work. But here, I already have 3 kills. I'm very big. I'm level 4. This Naja's just level 3. I can take out this Naja, and I know it, so I'm not very scared by the jungler being on top of me right now in a 1v1.
With farm. That's incredible.
Nearly killed that Naja.
Unlucky.
Poor Steagus. It's
Slowest
unfortunate.
Aladdin rotation I've ever seen in my life. No, he's not even rotating. Cool. Alright, well, I mean, that could be worse, right?
So that was very
you
big.
got- oh, you got
I have
money.
nothing really to
Holy
provide at this
smokes.
point. I'm almost able to buy
You
Thebes.
should
I'm
consider
probably going to
getting,
back after this wave.
Helm of Radiance.
And getting the
Just
purple.
for a little bit of
But
money.
now I see my Aladdin's coming, and so I want to play around it. Plus, I have Blink Up. So I'm going to try to set up a play here while Harry's clearing the wave. I'm going to
Helm of
wait for the Aladdin to be close enough before I go in.
Radiance. It just gives a fuck ton of prots and also gives you power.
You also see I'm spamming attack here because I want him to show the fuck
It's
up.
very popular right now.
Ping where they are. And I see Aladdin's going to go up here. I see that he's been walking up, so he's going to go around town. So I am ready to blink him.
Playing with you. Nice. I'm being a brat because I can reach rat.
Here we're both trying to body block Rat from reaching the tower, making it easier for all of us to kill him.
Nice job.
I'm now 4-0 in less than 4 minutes,
As a matter of circumstance, you got the kill again, but I don't. I'm not gonna
as Harry points out.
Helm of Radiance. You don't have to get it like now or anything.
Harry points out to me that I should get this item called Helm of Radiance because I'm up early, because it gives me physical prots, which 4 of the 5 gods have physical prots. Physical damage, so that's good value. Plus it gives me damage, and I'm early game ahead right now. So when you're early game ahead as a support, you often want to get like second item damage just to maximize that potential of your early game lead. Unless you're a support that really does not do well with getting any sort of damage, for example, Capri.
But it's a really big quality fizz defense item. They have 9 fucking fizz damage healers.
I had 50 gold there. I should have bought a health
Also, because
potion
I
or
think
reward.
it's a good way to abuse
Just
early.
FYI. I also probably should have sold that mana pot and then gotten a second ward
But Ares
or
gets int
2
off
health
of cooldown,
potions
so
or
if
1
you
health
want to get
potion
something
award.
stupid that has a lot of cooldown, feel more than welcome.
I'm not needing the mana.
It's my bad.
Your passive that is.
I'm getting all these little things while walking over there just to maximize my gold.
No, I'm so sad.
And at this point, I'm choosing to leave Harry. Harry's in a fine spot. He's a level over the Jingwei. He has 5 on Jingwei's 4. Generally in lane, a soul will do better than the Jingwei throughout all of the laning phase, frankly. So as long as it's just those two 1v1ing each other, he'll be fine. The Rat's only level 3, so he really poses no threat to Harry, which is just support. And then the jungler, well, the jungler can be anywhere, so be it. Also, this way, Harry gets farm quicker because we're not sharing waves. And since I'm now up, I want to maximize our advantage outside of the duo lane into other lanes, so I begin my rotations.
We can chill, it's fine.
I'm looking for enemies right now. I see no one's here. I'm just going to take the wave. I should not have done this much damage to the wave because it's going to make it so that Giannis can't get any XP here, which is not good. Splitting a wave 2 ways grants more overall XP than splitting it 1 way for oneself.
Jingwei has ulti.
Plus,
They're
the
just
support
catching
should not
animals like
be
baseballs. They do
taking
not
waves
care.
from
Jingwei has ult.
really anyone.
That's what I mentioned.
There's like a justification here that I'm ahead early that I
Oh,
should
good
be
job.
taking the wave anyway, but meh.
Oh my god. Like
Nothing else
baseballs,
that's
I say,
impolite.
Connor. Are you hearing this?
I also probably should have taken that red, but I'm not going to do that because that's impolite. Here, I'm clipping the Giannis clear, nothing special. I am going to be looking for this Raw. I knew Raw went right from earlier, plus if you saw while I was clearing wave, there was a Raw one used on that blue buff. It was on the left side. I see Raw's here now. You'll see often when you see an enemy like this position, you know what their intention is, right? They're going to want to try to run away from you, get to their tower, so that way they're safe. When you're in this position, you can often just kind of have your chain out like this, and you wait for the enemy to walk into the chain. Which he did. And you get a little bit of poke off that.
Still feels dominant.
It's kind of like in CS, where you hold a position with an op, and you wait for the enemy to walk into your op's dot, scope, I don't know, walk into where you're aiming, rather than adjusting to them.
Get him. That's a big scaling, Connor. It's especially bad early game. Alright, so a little bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if I like that.
Here I try to join the fight in this Aladdin. I don't know that dealing damage makes it so that I'm unable to enter the genie. So I was taking damage from that raw heal on me, so I was unable to enter. So I try to make impact elsewhere. I'm just kind of waiting. And the raw 3 is down, so I can join. Missed a chain there, that's not good. As soon as I got out, I ulted because there's 2 people there and it's a 3v2. It doesn't really matter if there's like a big thing here that helps my ult get its maximum potential. My ult does a little bit of damage, it groups the enemies and it stuns them so that they can't be attacking my guys, and my guys can do whatever they want with that. And that's good enough right now. So I use it immediately.
Moonlight. Moon.
Sadly, Naja ults the Aladdin here. I actually don't know how Aladdin got that shield, but that's awesome. I missed like 3 autos on that guy.
Jim was
and
rotating out of
eventually-
left lane.
And there you go. You can see I didn't space out my chains there because there was no need to. That rat doesn't have any Aegis or anything, so I'm trying to kill him pretty much as quickly as possible. So I just go chain, chain, chain. Each time you hit your chain again, it does that initial damage again, and then the ticks reset to 4 seconds again.
If this Jigway... Oh, I got Nagus. GG.
Jim at 1 HP.
Here, I'm gonna go try to help Harry
She's not back.
secure
She's
this
walking out.
kill.
This is unbelievable.
I'm gonna try to
She-
go
she-
over this wall, blink on
She
her,
put a one down.
but
I'll try to stop her
the
back.
wall's too thick and I don't know that.
You have time. You have time. She's not backing. She really wants this wave. That's unbelievable.
And
That's
that's
unbelievable.
just a free kill.
That's unbelievable.
Misplay, by the way, by me, arguably. I should not be being turn around after killing that Jingwei and go back up here. We don't know where most of the enemies are right now. They can just be coming around and getting a free kill on me while I'm 7-0. So they get a revenge kill on me, and then that whoever gets that kill on me now is ahead of the rest of my entire team. So I should have just taken the kill down Jingwei and immediately gone down towards Harry, even if I took more damage from the tower shots, because I'm in the tower for longer, it would be worth it. Because I'll be in a safer position.
Better not be sapping my wave, Connor.
But I wait, and then I come in now. Press the 2 there,
really
just
ought
get
to
myself some
rotate.
protections, take a little less damage
Fuck
from
this.
that tower.
I'm out of here.
So because I didn't realize how little mana I have, and that leads to me getting punished because this Raw is about to fuck us, and I don't have the mana to press my 1. So, another example of me misplaying.
Ah, shit. Bad timing. Oh, AoE autos. Well, I beefed it. I used my mana on my ult, and I cannot 3 out.
There'll be a third example here of me misplaying.
This is tragic. Very spirited Raw. I don't, you're not killing him. Nope. No, you're super not killing him. Sayonara. He has an ult, Connor.
Alright, so I think the misplay is pretty obvious there. I was not respecting the roll whatsoever. If I just straight lined, I was fine there. He was not doing enough damage to me. But I even turned around and gave him a little jump, and so I die for it. If a Raw's ulting you from that close of a range, you need to either split second, look at him, and then adjust accordingly based off what you think he's facing, where you think he's facing, or you just kind of 50-50 it. There I 50-50 it and I got punished.
Unlucky. Aspect Raw can. That's not Aspect Raw. Indeed.
By the way, most of the time you should be looking at him and then deciding accordingly. Honestly, I thought even if he hit his roll there, I was not dying. And it was pretty close, but I did die.
I mean, it's really important that they made that thing not... It has no power scaling. With the other one. Which is very appropriate. It was
Here, I'm 50 gold off from getting my tier 3 item, my full item. Often when you're at just about 50 gold to getting an item, you should wait. Once you're at 100 gold or more to getting that last item, you definitely should not wait. 50 gold is like a good number in your head for I can wait for this.
Very
Oh, I didn't wait. Another misplay then. I should have waited.
Super autos now.
Unless there's like something immediately important for me to help with, I should do that. There is that thing in mid that I could be helping with right now, but there's no one there pressuring it.
Nuke wave with that level 1.
Giannis can do that by himself right now.
It's crazy
so.
to say out loud.
Now there's someone.
They did gold off that. Oh my god. I guess they killed the half of the team that would have been defending it.
As you can see, by the way, because I died to that Raw is now level 10. Biggest person on the entire game now.
No, that Ra's now... Oh my god. We are in trouble.
Noting also they have 6,200 gold, more than the rest of us. I still need to now back to get my tier 3 item, ideally. But whenever there's a spot to get someone, you should get someone as Ares, so... Letting this fight play out first, and then I'm going to say in detail while I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, I think that was... Oh.
He Aegis? He proactively Aegis?
Okay, that's it. Alright, let's go over it. This is such a bad method. Okay, next video I'm gonna have a better method of doing rewinds. Oh my god, okay, hold on. Okay, that works. So, let's start from like there.
The half of the team that would have been defending.
I see Raw coming in.
Yep.
I have all my abilities. So, even though I want to back and get my item, I do have full HP. I may as well try to get a little bit of value here is basically my thought with my HP bar before backing. You know, health's a
Oh, that
resource.
Rosnos.
It's like each time in Slay the Spire where you can get as low as you want against the boss, but then you get healed up for the next
Oh
act.
my god. We're in trouble.
So
Yeah.
they're not. They leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, well they left. That's fine. But they're back again, and so I go for the immediate pressure. I stop myself from trying to even help clear the wave, and I 2 first because I want to get the damage buff for it. Also because I want the protections, as I'm going to be right in their face. I cripple the Raw first. Generally, you want to cripple the backliner first, unless the frontliner is also a damage dealer. So, like an assassin. Giannis gets a nice 1 there. I maximize the damage of my 3 before I ult, which is important. I'm trying to maximize my absolute damage potential, so I 3 for as long as I can before they're out of my 3 range, and then I go for the ult.
I got ulted. I might die here.
And they both ults. So I made them use both their ults for my ult, 2 for 1, pretty good value. Here, that Giannis gets a great one. I don't have my chain yet. I greedily try to get this auto off first before chaining, but the Rat Dash is... Rat Dash is just as fast as Ares Chain, I believe. It looks just as fast at least.
I would like to come out, please. That was a cool Admiral. Which is say he used it. The fucking Nausea teleported to my lane. What a world. That can't be right. Oh my god. Ah, your mama. This idiot fucking used his big auto.
I guess I should know, it's always important to think about as a support where you're going to be rolling out after once you leave spawn.
Poor Nausea.
Generally, you want to stay towards the middle if you're unsure of where you want to go, and then figure it out from there, since, you know, you're a shorter distance from anything.
I thought I had a good fucking plan, but I don't remember now.
Or a shorter distance from the furthest thing that would be important,
That's not right.
being the left or right
Please.
side.
Until I remember what item I wanted.
Here I'm just getting golden XP because I don't see anything potential for me to do to help my team. I could be looking to like get a gank off, but I don't bother with that. Largely because I don't see any information on the map to indicate that I could do that. I don't want to force it, because if I force it and I don't get anything, then I'm just losing golden XP for nothing. Right, every second you can be getting golden XP. I could be doing those cramps. Instead, I, per se, walk all the way up to their jungle looking for something. If there's nothing there, then I'm getting punished by wasting a minute doing nothing. Wasting golden XP I could be getting.
I'm walking. I'm nowhere near you. I'm not joining you. There's too many waves.
By the way, as a support, you can do jungle buffs on your side, jungle camps and stuff. Just don't take the camps. And don't do them if it takes 10 years for you to do. I can do it as my Ares right now because I built a damage item, and Ares is decent at clearing jungle camps because of his 3.
I guess I have to go crib.
That Nausea dashes on me, and I immediately know that's a mistake because I can beat the shit out of that Nausea, and I guess they don't.
Not ridiculous. Oh!
You see I'm autoing each time before I hit a chain. I could even waited a little longer before doing a chain, but I'm trying to do as much burst as possible here. I think that it's enough to kill. Getting the auto in before each chain maximizes the damage, of course.
Oh.
Fortunately, Nausea ults my ult, so I'm not able to kill them. If I fully waited, like with the chains beforehand, then I probably would have been able to get the Nausea ult without having to ult myself.
That's string ulti, as usual.
You can generally see,
Aw,
like,
1
the way
HP.
Ares is played is kind of simple, right? I'm just waiting for the best opportunities to be hitting my chains and ults, and then I do the thing, and then I get value out of it. Even if it isn't perfect, which they've not been, I'm still getting so much value out of it that I'm helping my team. That jungler Naja now has 90 seconds where they don't have their best tool to gank anyone, which makes it, Harry a lot safer when he's trying to do his pressure, and the Achilles, and my mid laner, and my jungler. Like, everyone is safer because I forced Naja ult, which is just fantastic. It is also their main setup tool for this team, enemy team, I should say. So if there's ever a team fight, it will lean towards us
Again.
a little more. Not necessarily sure, because I'm also using our main team fight tool. But the other thing I said is true.
Fuck me. I guess this time your tower dies. That's unbelievable. Her team gave her the fucking boost. People, I'm gonna lose my mind. Are people rotating to me? I really ought to. Lose my fucking marbles, Connor. I've dropped.
Alright, I died there. Let's talk about why I died, or how I fucked up. So, I'm at half HP here, which is
Aw,
fine.
1
I don't
HP
have
again.
any
Fuck
ult.
me. I guess this time your tower dies.
Here I see to get some poke on.
That's unbelievable.
Try to get the rod there, unable to.
Her team gave her the fucking boost. People, I'm gonna lose
Melody
my
goes
mind.
way up, kills himself. So I begin backing up.
Are people rotating to me?
I think I could reset here.
I really ought to.
I get stunned. I go for this 3 here, the Giannis 3, because it gives me movement speed. And I'm uncertain whether or not we can fight here. I feel like we might be able to. I'm very wrong about this. This is a miscalculation by me, underestimating Raw's damage.
Dropped so many kills.
After going to the Giannis 3, I should have just ran.
Uh-oh, Notch is back.
And I might have
Connor,
been
I
able to
think
live.
I may have overstayed my welcome this
Also,
time.
maybe should have not even gone to the Giannis 3 and just walked away.
Oh, GG, that's a big call out. I'm out of here.
That's a misunderstanding of the enemy's damage output to you, which is one of the most important things to know about is when you're playing support, is knowing how long it will take for the enemies to kill you. In this case, Raw killed me much faster than I thought. And that takes time to kind of learn and feel. I also didn't think Raw would take that long to kill me, because I, was not respecting that he does magical damage and I only have physical defense and health. I have no magical damage, magical defense item. Plus he's the most hit on their team.
That is a good idea. Jingwei's playing like she doesn't know how to back her up. Or maybe she's just a moron. I mean, it's hard. It's 50-50 these days, Connor. I'm erring on... Heard of that.
I'm definitely telling Harry right there that Naja doesn't have ults because I ulted with Naja ult and my ult's on cooldown. And we have the same cooldown.
Heard on that.
Let
Time
Harry
should
know
go.
that Naja's behind.
Oh, there it is. Agonized. I almost grabbed this one. Nice job.
You see I blink chain there so that Harry can live. Didn't want to risk it.
I missed. Well done.
Harry's a very important guy. Don't want him to die. He's level
Should've
15,
done
that Naja's
That
level
was-
9.
I'm gonna do death metal to convert all of my super intelligence to super damage. What do you think about that? That's actually really fun. I'm gonna do that. Connor, I feel like mid's going poorly. We're gonna have to put a stop to that. Right on that. Oh, there's death metal. I mean, the slow immunity part
You can see I stay in the grass here. I'm going to see if I can get Jingwei.
doesn't help.
Yeah, I can totally kill her. So she sees me though, and she just runs. I go into the tower to grab these. They're worth 60 gold each.
We need to do something with this pressure. I think I'm gonna have to visit the mid lane.
Jingwei tries to go on me to punish me for going so far up. I know that she does it, so I try to do a 181. Common thing that you'll do as Ares. Doesn't work, so
can't do gold free.
fall back.
Oh, we can do gold free once we
But you
win
can
the
try to
fight in mid.
bait by running away
Yeah,
and then
Connor,
turning right
you
around.
your time. I should be holding waves. This is textbook.
You can see just how much, as this Ares, I am bullying their jungler and preventing him from being able to play the game for the early to mid game, which makes the enemy's team's life so much harder because that jungler now does not have any global impact.
Weird game. Do you want to try to sneak a Gold Fury? How it is.
We're trying to sneak a
'Cause
Gold
I just
Fury
went
here, so I
into,
ward.
the jungle for my purple, so there's kind of plausible deniability.
Give us the most information possible, but when they're
I
coming.
am resetting anyway. Advanced technology. Jingwei is wise to us. Her steal is her ult, though. I think we can do okay. Oh, fuck.
We very luckily got that gold, by the way. That was very close. Anyway, as soon as the Jingwei lands, I'm looking to chain her so that way she can't 3. If you're a Jingwei in that situation, you should 3 immediately, by the way. Don't try to go for the greedy 1-3 maximum range.
Oh my god. It wasn't close, which is interesting. No, I fight this.
Harry stands and fights, and it works, which is great. I try to just run away.
I missed my ult.
Arguably, I should just stand in front of Harry and tank. Probably should have done that, but I thought that we were both just going to try to run, book it. But he's...
ability.
I underestimate how good Harry is, how far
Super
ahead he
beefy.
is, and he cleans that all up by
That was a
himself.
closer fight. It would have been a lot of trouble. If he ults you, I'm gonna come connect. Oh no, he's the old-fashioned way, right? He ulted out. Alright, I'm going back to my lane. Oh, that was good. We got Gold Fury and then a triple kill. I'm telling you, Soul just abuses the powerful items. Like, there's not much more of the conversation.
Spirit Rub I got just as a way to give myself some good tankiness, especially if I get gone on after ulting. They use some CC on me. It's good immediate mitts on the most important time that I'm going to want mitts.
I don't know if it's like a coding thing or an intentional artistic decision, but it's like Chiron 3, Soul 3 was not reset before. It was
Just
really
getting some poke.
makes the card feel so much better.
Underestimating how much damage they're
But,
dealing to me.
Steroids are kind of auto resets now. It's really weird.
But
I don't
I'm able to
understand
run.
what's going
I was very greedy there with his 1 and
on. Is there?
almost kills him.
I'm gonna get death metal.
If that rat wasn't terrible, then he would have hit that
I don't know
ult,
if
and
he
then
does, I
the
think
Ra would have hit his ults because the rat knocks up the Giannis and then he dies. I would have not been able to do anything there, which is one of the weaknesses of Ares. You don't have strong CC for your team. But as a strength, you're able to kill people, and so I'm able to kill him.
Coming mid but slowly on account of not being very quick.
Was gonna back, but I stay because I want to make sure that Aladdin's gonna be okay. Support my team the best I can.
Fucking awesome. I'm really excited about it. We're losing him there. He won.
Make sure he's okay, he's all good.
He runs. Can we sneak a pyro or something? Because we're losing left tower on account of my presence. I want to try my death metal for this. Alright, so my
Even though I'm
so
low,
my
I'm
crits before
staying,
death
'cause we need
metal
someone to
are
tank
400,
this
after is
pyro.
555. Woohoo! Good fun. That was awesome.
It's always important to have an extra body, even if that body's at low HP. It provides some impact.
I'm walking back to my lane.
I'm going for Glad Shield here because it is an item that gives me Fizz Prots and gives me damage. The more protections you have, the more damage you're able to dish with Glad.
Not yet. Go, 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 go. Cool.
It's a good single damage item to get if
Fine.
you're a support. In this case, it'll be my second damage item.
Oh my god, this item's awesome.
And you can see these damage items that
Oh,
get
he
us
still has a
supports.
list.
They're not like
Excellent.
full damage. They're not just damage. They also give me
Heal high, I
prots or
guess.
health or something.
She already dashed.
Okay.
I'm straight lining, but she's quick to ult.
Here I'm just looking to force her ult with the ult.
wrong way!
She went the wrong way, as Harry
You
says,
suck.
but
Oh, I'm tanking. Holy cow. Strip was auto though.
doesn't work because Harry's taking the tower by accident.
I dropped the kill.
Arguably, I should have been in the tower, but really wasn't expecting him to be tanking either. Thought the
Going back
minion
in.
would be tanking there.
That works for me. They're not rotating. Not sure, just walk back to me. They see us. We've been spotted.
Your right tower is under attack.
Are they stacking like right jungle? They must be. Yeah, Queen Naga. I'm here for a fight.
I think at this point in the game, by the way, me and Harry are just going to be walking around
got
together
one
trying to kill people, and it's gonna
That's that
it's gonna be a bit
bullshit,
of a
man.
clown
We're slow on
fiesta.
the rotation. Fuck me. I'm going back to mid.
So I would say the
Oh.
main part of the video is over, and now you're gonna see late game me and Harry just kind of walking around trying to kill people, which is not necessarily how you should play Ares, but if you want to enjoy the ride, you can keep watching, and also I'll give whatever commentary is useful when I spot it. I hope generally this was a useful showcase of how you're going to be playing Ares in support.
Got super smoked.
I will try to talk about the team fights when they happen, but there's not much team fighting in this ranked game because this is lower-ish elo at the time. And when I'm playing with Harry in dual lane, I like to just run it down with him. We can 2v5. I do not need my team. My team does not help me.
I don't want Fatalis, but I think this is a decent idea. Attack right lane. I mean, like, he wants to
If
stack. I mean, this
I
is
didn't
like,
have Harry, by the way, then I would be.
But this is so
If I didn't have Harry, by the way, I would be making like group calls right now where I'm like, okay, kill the thing in right, then let's group up and do gold. I'll be shot calling at this point, which is a different skill to learn, and one that you should not learn early on. But that's just kind of the nature of support. You're often a shot caller, which means that you need to be really good at that, which means you need to have a lot of game knowledge, and that just takes time.
weird.
Luckily, other people can't shot call if you're not going to be the one to do it.
Not here, like, obviously, right?
Spot a Kali out of
Oh,
position.
I found her.
It's a very free kill because she doesn't have beats.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I mean, is there a fire to do? Not a big fire, preferably. Can we hit Raw? You know, this is honest with Portalist places. I really feel like we can get her on the map faster. Oh shit, you root? Or cripple? Or no?
I didn't try to cripple the rat there because I know he's super tanky. I didn't think he would be a great target. I was instead looking to blink over on the Raw. Harry thinks it would have worked. He may have been right.
Oh, super stun.
We catch the Jingwei, we spot him, so as soon as I saw that Jingwei, I immediately blink
If you
chain
force
because I
one more
know
fucking Jingwei
I'm
over
going to
chain,
force
then
a lot of
we'll
value. And I do.
I'm just trying. I want to hit someone. I want to hit someone. I want to auto attack someone, Connor.
You can see the rest of my team is fighting that one guy, and I don't help. Why is that? It's because I want to make space in a team fight. How do I make space? By pressuring the rest of the team. I think my team can all work together to kill that guy. I don't think any of them are really at a threat of dying because there's so many of them on then one guy. If I join them, I'm not going to be providing much impact. I don't deal much damage. I'm not tanking anything. So why would I bother help, right? Instead, what if I make presence, prevent the enemy team from coming and going on my guys, and dish damage to them, and make use out of my protections by them wasting their abilities on me rather than my teammates. So that's what I do. I come over here instead. I see Naja go into the bush. I know that Naja's going to try to go around and try to catch one of my teammates off guard. I'm going to prevent them from doing that.
I'm playing mid corner.
Harry gets great ult there.
Bye.
Because I ulted, that Raw has to ult so that way they're CC immune or else they're going to die. And because they're ulting, they stand still, which allows Harry to get a free kill there by just autoing him.
Death metal is crazy.
So he was kind of doomed if he ulted, doomed if he didn't ult.
It is awesome.
He could have waited a little longer before ulting though. I know that Kali is basically a jungler. So as soon as that Kali jumps in, I'm like, oh, they're just going to go on my teammate, right? So I immediately turn around and I try to help that teammate. The other person here that can fight is that Jingwei. I'm not going to bother going on the Jingwei because she's too far away. If she dashes in, then I can throw a chain on her after I've already chained this Kali. And I can body block that Jingwei if she comes. It'll be fine. I need to maximize damage on this Kali because she's going to burst my guy, and I can, in this scenario, helping burst the Kali will be the best way to help. It's
That was pretty sick.
it's complicated, but that's generally why, and I think it's the correct play. That might not be the best reasoning for it, but it's the one I've just gave now. Hope it was somewhat understandable. Trying to make this digestible
Should have gone lifesteal.
on the
I have
fly,
lifesteal.
but some of
Not
these
Bancrofts.
ideas are very complicated, surprisingly.
Jingwei 1 is really hard to see. Yeah, Gold Fury is a good call.
For the most part, though, I feel like this Ares game showed relatively clear cut, like, why
That's awesome.
you should be doing these things as Ares. He is a relatively simple god.
I dumb death metal. Oh, I had death metal up. Let's go. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, I lose attack speed though because
I see Jingwei's there. I want to make sure that she doesn't get it.
Oh god.
If she truly tried to threaten gold there, my options would have been to either leash the Gold Fury off of me, so that way it starts, it's immune from her trying to do any damage, because no one else was in the Gold Fury ring that had hit that Gold Fury. And that would only work if she also was not in the Gold Fury ring, which she was not, I don't think. Or I can just try to go on her, or I can try to contest with securing it. I would not try to contest with securing it as Ares, though. I just don't do enough damage.
If she hit that, she would have taken that 100%.
Would not have been my best
Oh, she got it.
choice
Yeah.
in that case.
I mean, there's a reason that got so. Oh,
If I'm
shit, they went in.
desperate, I would do that. I was not desperate. Aladdin does a really good job there.
Oh, we got super stunned.
We kind of just help clean up. I just take 800 damage all. That hurts.
Okay, you blink. Yeah, I'm walking.
Taking another 500 damage there. I took 1300 damage, which is almost half my health, just from like random raw shit. Power of your mage when they just throw out shit on their support. It withers them down. In this case, it withers me down, so I'm a little vulnerable now.
Calling.
Whereas
I like
before, I was feeling very confident.
Yeah.
I go for a quick blink ult here just to force something. Rep beats.
I'm a moron. Bro really thought, fuck me. I heard a universal whiz by. Connor, if we spend this entire game running around, I'm gonna lose my fucking head. Oh,
Man,
cripple with it?
right on us, which is not the play, as we do so much damage
Right.
together. And he already used his beat and his ult, so he
Is it-
knows the immunity for my chains.
It's
Free kill.
super stunned. I died to that.
And
raw
me
auto
and
hit me.
Harry
for-
die because we're so fucking far up, it's ridiculous. We should not be that far up, but we're just running around for fun.
What the fuck? Raw auto hit me for 300 an auto? Oh my god. That is fucking rough. Well, shit. That appears to be the case. Considering magical defense. Oh. Wow, that god is not fair. I've been banning Aladdin in duel, and like, I played against him like once, and just like did not want to put up with it, but this shit's ridiculous. Oh, we got rocked. This kind of sucks. Pussy Whacker 9000. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why does this guy do no damage? What's his build? His build sucks. What the fuck? You seen this? What? There's no damage. Where's the damage?
If the enemy team has crit and that person who has crit is affecting you, you should probably build Spectral. Also, Spectral now gives AoE crit reduction damage, so you should probably build it regardless if there's someone with crit on their team. Kind of doesn't even matter who has
Why
the crit.
the fuck did he get Divine Ruin?
If there's
For
crit,
the
build
fucking
Spectral.
Ra? You're a fucking Giannis. This isn't fucking 20. Let's see. 20.
In this
I think
case,
that
the
was
Nausea has the crit, and so does Jingwei. So,
True. There is a clear rationale, clear sign of intelligent life.
Spectral, by the way,
Hard to
gives
complain
crit
about that.
damage reduction if that
Why am I so slow? I'm losing my mind. Why am I so slow?
known.
I sh-
I also built Genji's, by the way, you saw. It was for some magical protection and some cooldown to maximize my damage. I could have seriously considered getting Oni's, which also gives magical protection, but it would give me mitigations for every enemy around me. I decided not to. I felt like I didn't need that much tank. I would rather try to get my cooldowns more often to help me try to kill people still, even in the late game or late game portion here. Try to still maximize this lead that I've really developed over the enemy team. It would help me with killing pretty much everyone but Raw, the Genjis.
I'll play medium safe. Try and get some farm. Consider getting Deathbringer. Catching super waves. Holy cow.
You can see there I ignore the collie. I'm kind of hoping the collie doesn't see me because I can't take both of these people on at once, but I want to take one of them on and kill them. I can hurt them both.
Yeah, I'm coming. Straight lining.
And now there's a Raw too, so I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. So I gotta run.
Walk for a while.
I bolt it.
It's a big turn.
Harry's now here.
They
Harry
don't
can
want
take
it?
them all on with me. But they ran away.
Fucking losers. 2 people. How scary could 2 people be? Raw's on me. Yeah. I escaped. I heard a rattle and I just booked it.
Alright.
I want to go back in too. Hello.
And that's what.
I helped.
Okay. I'm not gonna go back and show it, but I'm gonna just generally explain what I did. Harry's now with me. I see that there's a bunch of enemies around. Harry tells me that Raw is going on him. I trust in that case that Harry's going to take on the Raw, because a Soul late game generally should be able to take on a Raw late game in just a 1v1 scenario. So I'm leaving it to that, plus I trust in Harry's abilities. So I leave Harry to fight them 1v1, and then I take on the other 2 to prevent them from going on Harry, and also so that after Harry kills the Raw, that he can keep going and get more kills. So I go on the other 2, ult them, we get some good value, Aladdin
awesome.
comes, he helps clean up.
This Raw really thinks he's all that. Unfortunately, it's a Raw versus Soul. I mean, it's not really his game to win. Without Raw and Kali, I feel like we can get a lot done.
As the support, of course, I'm going to try to be the first one in to help with the siege.
Does limited damage.
Here I completely underestimate how much damage Phoenix does, and he kills me, plus I had no idea that that Naja was there. So, that was bad by me. Unnecessarily died, unnecessarily aggressive. Just trying to make sure we get the Phoenix, which we will get, but... waste of a death by me.
Raw's gonna one-shot me, I'm walking. What corner playing?
That blink, by the way, to chain him, just to be clear, I had no intention of killing him. I didn't think that my team was going to kill him. I was just trying to make space for the team. Prevent him from having any impact with his stuns and stuff. His stuns, his little pressure.
Kind of a conversation.
You know.
Oh my god, he got one shot. Super GG.
And I'm doing that also, by the way, sorry, don't keep pausing, but I'm doing that also so that, because there was a couple other ones alive, and I saw that they weren't at the Phoenix, as far as I was aware. The Naja was, but I wasn't aware of that. And so I blink in there to chain him so that he can't do anything to my teammates, and my teammates can quickly take down the Phoenix, and then I'm hoping that after that we immediately leave. I was wrong, the Naja was there, and then they killed me.
Got Ross pissed.
Insane damage by Harry.
I was right. I think I'm walking out. No, I'm dead here. Oh my god. Oh, AB autos. She missed. You're bad.
Checked to make sure I could buy Spectral, which I couldn't.
Fuck out of here.
Going.
This is not kosher.
I should buy wards again, by the way. You should always be buying wards at this point of the game if you can. Always be looking to have a ward to help with firefights.
Damn, you're 12 and 4. What a world. You want to hit fire me and you? I think we can.
Your 2, by the way, can function as an
Not very
auto
useful,
cancel,
but
so you can auto
it's-
to
it's
auto,
upgraded, but it's not even upgraded. Fuck me.
which can be important burst. I don't think I've
Sure.
even used so far this game, but it's good to know. Oh, there's an example of me using it. It's a bit slow in auto cancel, but it was one.
Not terrible. Top death metal, I shoot slower, but I do more. It's pretty quick. They don't need to know. No one needs to know, Connor. You need to know basis.
Alright, Harry and I just get fire uncontested.
Oh, hey, I forgot. Well, look at that.
But the rest of our team seems to be dying,
Yeah.
because they wanted to contest gold,
No, they're losing the
which
game
was
without us, Connor.
incredibly unnecessary.
Making completely optional fights,
And
by
thus,
the way.
I don't trust my teammates, but I trust Harry.
Fuck it, let's go mid. Why not? The trifecta.
Your team has destroyed the pyramids.
We could contest gold if you want. Only I dive a dagger.
Enemy team has
Yeah, no, I-
destroyed Gold Fury.
They can see us here. They know we're here, Connor. I'd be scared. I can't take that.
See, I walked towards
Sounds
the
like
left to
you're
make sure the
gonna
collie isn't going to be trying to push it, but it seems like the collie wasn't clearing the wave, so neither of us really seriously considered it.
Oh, my power's going to the moon.
And so we're able to back. If the collie was still there, I
Goddamn,
would chase her
Nimble
to the end of
Ring's
the
giving
moon
me
to kill her, and then work off that
90%
at 5v4
attack speed.
advantage. Or the hopeful 5v4
Ah,
advantage.
Jesus. It's, I mean, like, upgraded Bancroft, like, Nimble Bancrofts was pretty decent on Mage ADCs. It would be a lot better if like, Bancroft's Claw wasn't so dominant. But they made it a standalone item, and they made the passive more extreme. So, like, 700 power gives you 70%
So
attack speed
it's
plus
late
base
game, by the
20%.
way. Just general things about late game as a support. Usually you're grouping with your team. Usually you're taking on objectives or you're defending objectives, and usually you're initiating fights or helping prevent the enemy team from doing anything to your team. Basically none of that's happening due to the low elo, but so you know, that's what should be happening. For example, our team should be grouped up as 5 people right now, probably in the right lane, and pushing with that siege thing on the right. But we have instead 4 of us on the left and Achilles
A lot
on
of attack
right.
speed.
We're all kind of spread out.
Hunting. I have a minute and a half of my dagger. I want to use it.
The reason why you would choose to push the thing with the on the right in the middle is because the Ray Phoenix is up.
Last year. Fucking good. Good stuff. Haha, I'm immune, you see.
Try to force a fight there
Fucking
with the
try me,
ult, at
Rat.
least get something, get some value. But you can see Rat here is making advantage out of the fact that I ulted and counterattacking.
That's his dagger.
I don't help my team there because I know it's only the Rats that's with him right now. I see the Naja still back here. So there's no need for me to help them, so I'm going to go straight for both their backliners. So much value to be able to chain both of them. So I do so.
That's the worst Giannis one I've ever seen. Aladdin missed his ulti.
And I'm just making so much space right now, forcing them all to run away. Team is with me.
First Giannis Portal I've seen that's actually good. Death Metal, get him. No, 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 that's bullshit. My dagger. No, don't let me get the dagger, Connor. No, don't let him get the dagger.
I let him get the
That's
dagger.
bullshit. I was blind. I couldn't see my health.
I kind of forgot daggers existed in Smite 2.
I fucked it. Should we flying right lane? I'll see you at the next fire giant.
You can see even late game with this build, I'm still able to just kill this fucking Naja, which is crazy. By the way, usually when you ult as Ares, you're going to want to ult them towards your teammates, but there I was just walking with the Naja because in case the Naja beats, then I would still be able to chase by just walking with him and then chaining him after 4 seconds with the cooldown coming back up.
Damn. A lot of damage. Raw dagger's wearing out, and he's one-shotting people. This Giannis needs to fucking leave.
Anyway, thinks that she can take me. I disagree. I'm also just kind of having fun with it. I throw a bomb, which is unnecessary.
It's running forever.
But you can see even the Jing Wei can't take me on, which is like supposed to be their biggest damage dealer right now at this point of the game.
Nice.
She
Not
contests
rattled,
me, but she doesn't
100%.
beat me.
An enemy has been slain.
You got high, it's not enough. Poor guy.
Here I'm looking for Raw, but Raw's really, really fast.
He's back.
I mean, probably shouldn't have bothered to even chase, but
I'll do pyro.
if I'm able to kill Raw here, we could possibly just win the game off that, considering Raw's their best player
I got the
and the most
The
ahead.
pyromancer.
So it felt worth a try.
I just single-handedly extended this game by like at least 7 minutes.
Harry talking to himself about him not using the dagger, and that causing us to have to keep playing. Because if he just used the dagger, then he would reset his HP and probably would have killed Titan. Here I died
No, there's two
necessarily,
different
being
super
way too
autos.
aggressive, I think. No, Yana saves me like a goat.
Like high scaling autos.
Huge portal.
Where the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Giannis ult. Sorry, there's no animation. You just. It looks like you're walking. No, I got one shot. Jingwei hit a fucking knockup on me.
I blink chain to
careful,
just kind of
Kansuki,
help with the Kali. I end up golden statuing, as they say, when you ult and you hit nothing. It's partially because I just wanted the mitts, partially because I was hopeful I was going to hit
It's
Raw
less
here,
losable.
partially because I knew I was going to die.
Ooh, you bunked. How does he still have the dagger? Does it reset its duration when it's dropped? No, you can just see it around his fucking icon, but I only had 90 seconds.
You can also see that during that fight, I didn't go in immediately because I was so low, and because of that, I'm basically like another squishy. So I went in when I was most opportune for me to get the maximum value out of my kit before dying. That was my attempt. And then I blinked in, and I hit the first person who I saw that would be valuable, which was Kali.
And I died. It's been like a fucking 3 minutes. It's less than the fire giant. Like I think it's like a minute less than fire. So 4 minutes, as I just said. Wait, 6, 4, 300. Is fire giant 5 or 6 minutes? 5, right? Is it 4?
It's 5.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Regardless.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Unfortunately, we're at the point of the game where all the backliners are one-shotting each other. This is
Harry pointing out that this is kind of the equalizing moment where they're catching up in their builds with us, so now everyone's able to kill everyone.
my entire kit doesn't give me enough heat. That's odd.
Their team now will probably be able to contest me 1v1 and win. Probably everyone except for Naja and Rat. Naja just doesn't
Gathering that.
have enough damage. They just
Dude,
have
what
crit.
the
They
fuck?
did just get Titan's Bane though, I just saw, so they might actually be able to kill me.
Can't fucking do that. Jingwei's here. I'm committing. Ariana's just stabbing Mirrodin for it. Kali's coming up to. I'm just knocking up Kali. We got it. Good job.
Missed
I'm
my
chasing
chain
her.
on Jingwei, which sucks, but she ulted anyway.
She's bouncing on it. Watch the.
Alright. Let's talk about that blink ult. And like why. Alright, so if you're chasing people, right, you're definitely looking to blink ult them. As soon as you're able to get in their range, you're gonna click the blink. Here, that Jingwei's going around a corner, so I know they're not gonna be traveling as far as they would if they're straight lining. So I know I'm gonna be in range of them. I hear the Raw. I make sure I'm in the range of Raw, so I walk up a tiny bit, and then I ult.
Watch the ball.
So I get both of them. Get a lot
Yeah.
of value there. Here, you can see after I chain the Jingwei, I don't commit. I make sure Harry's okay, because Harry is our win con. It's no longer just about me killing people, it is making sure Harry's alive. So, help with that. I also know I have a whole team behind me, so the one chain on Jingwei will be enough to cripple and slow to make sure the rest of the team will kill them. And mission protect the president, protect
Number
Harry.
2. Walking bird. Bombs placed. Bombs trying to be placed. Jesus. Fire giant came in hands. How about that? Oh, he got raw. He did it.
Your team has destroyed a right
Middle bird. Middle bird. Middle bird. Fine. Attack.
Alright, we have a
Wanna do
split
this, wanna
comms
do
there of
this?
what we should be doing, but it's fine, it works out. This is going to be
Okay, I'm coming mid. Where?
probably the end.
Is that?
I'm just tanking for the Phoenix there. Staying as far up as I can while tanking the Phoenix rather than helping kill it, because my autos do basically no damage to it compared to them. And that way I can easily go help the rest of my team if they need it,
Tragic.
as well as preventing the enemy team from trying to defend the Phoenix.
Fucking game. He popped the mains. I'm just trying not to hit him with it. RTG.
And that's good.
Alright, I chucked like twice, but it was two. Not one. Let's see.
And you
We
can see
did it.
Harry and I kind of just
Well, good
dominated
areas,
that
Connor.
game, I think.
How did the helm of radiance feel?
And as reference, there you go. That was a game where we're in gold.
Good.
So, not the best of
Beautiful.
players,
Oh my
but
God.
still a good showcase, I think. As
Well,
you
if
can
it
see,
wasn't
Harry
for
went insane, but I did decent. I held my own.
You would have top damage in the lobby except for the raw. So there were basically 3 players playing this game, plus minus a couple of good lad notes.
Yeah, hope that was a helpful showcase of Ares. This is kind of like a pilot episode, if you will. So, hope you enjoyed it. I think I already know some of the modifications I'm going to want to make for next time. And, yeah, farewell. Comment, if you're still watching this, Mr. Meeps, what character you want to see me play in the future. I think I already have the second character in mind, but maybe the third one can be what your comment suggested is. I'll make sure I get a game in recently for it as well, so it's up to date. Alright, bye-bye.